Hello, everybody. Welcome to this exciting episode of the Joyful Money podcast. This is episode number 109, How to Attract More Money by Being More Visible. I cannot wait to share with you how you can start attracting money by being more visible. Before I dive in, first of all, I want to tell you that I have my 40th birthday coming up. Yes, I am turning 40 and I am just filled with gratitude and excitement. Like, I truly feel like I have lived two lives. I feel like if God was to call me home today, I would leave this earth a fulfilled woman. And I'm so grateful for all of the opportunities, all of the successes that God has brought my way. Now, to celebrate, I'm giving a few people an opportunity to be featured and promoted on my website, my socials, and on this podcast. There are two requirements. You have to have an active business to be promoted by me. You also have to have a business where you can service people from all over the world. So, for example, if you were a hairdresser, then I wouldn't be able to promote you because you're kind of limited to a specific location, if that makes any sense. So if you have an online business where you serve people online and you can serve people from anywhere in the world, send me a DM on social media and I'll send you the details on how to get promoted. The other thing is, you'll also get the chance to collaborate with other business owners. Like if you've been listening to this podcast for any length of time, you know I'm a strong advocate for collaboration. Now, a lot of the successes I have experienced have come from collaborating with other coaches. So you would get an opportunity for other coaches or service providers to reach out to you so you can collaborate. And here's the beauty about collaboration. You get access to an established audience. So, for example, if you were a confidence coach and you did a collaboration with someone who is a relationship coach or a dating coach, for example, you'll be getting access to their email list and their social media, their audience, but they are already your ideal clients. Why? Well, if someone is looking to start dating, they need some form of confidence. So if you are a confidence coach, you would collaborate with a dating coach. That's an example of what collaboration looks like. And it can speed up your business success faster than you ever thought possible. So if you want to take advantage of this birthday promotion, is completely free. There's nothing to pay for. I'm just doing it free because I have experienced the power of collaboration and I want you to take advantage of that. So send me a DM on socials and I'll send you the Google form for you to fill out your details and then you get promoted. Okay, today our topic is how to attract more money by being more visible. For the past couple of weeks, I've been having conversation with people who want to join my program and come on consult calls. And so there were 3 to 4 conversations I had that prompted this podcast topic, how to be more visible to attract more money. Now, in today's world, visibility is not just a buzzword. I feel like visibility has become like the currency of doing business online. The more potential clients see you online, the more they trust you with their money, right? The more they trust to invest in your services. So, why is this the case? Well, research has shown that people are more likely to buy from people who they see online. So, so that's why I'm so passionate about it because I feel like many business owners are leaving a lot of money on the table because they're afraid of being seen online. They have limiting beliefs about themselves. Maybe they feel like they don't have so much value to give. And so they just do static social media posts and expect that people will sign up to their programs. Well, here's the thing. People get connected with you when they consistently see you on video. So I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper because I want you to take action, right? I tell you on this podcast isn't here for you to just check off a box to say you listen to a podcast. My goal and my prayer is that for every episode, you take action. And here's the thing, when you take action, you move closer and closer to your success. So I'm going to dive into how you can start attracting money. And here's the thing, when you start implementing what I'm going to teach you today, the results are going to come very quickly as long as you take action. So if you are in a place where you can take notes, take notes. If you are driving and it isn't safe for you to take notes, you can come back and re-listen to the episode and then you take notes. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the universal law of compensation. Now, the universal law of compensation says that every man will be compensated in direct proportion to the value they create. I'm going to say that again. The universal law of compensation says that everybody will be compensated in direct proportion to the value they create. So, what does that mean? Well, money is created through value, right? So, even if you have a 9 to 5 job, you are being paid in proportion to the value you create for that company. Same for a business. If you are a business owner, you will be paid in direct proportion to the value you create. So if you were a sales assistant, for example, in a retail store, the company has calculated that per hour, your value to them is worth $20, for example. So that's your value to the job in 1 hour. And that's why you're paid $20 an hour. So for money to exchange hands in any situation, there has to be value created. Okay. Now, this law of the universe, like, is such a universal law that it cannot fail. It's almost like the law of gravity. Like, if something goes up, it's going to come down. That's exactly what the universal law of compensation is. So, how does this apply to you? Well, the more value you give, the more money you make. Now, I recently spoke to someone who came on a consult call, and I said to her, how do you currently market your business? Because obviously there's paid marketing, there's organic marketing. So paid marketing is you pay Facebook for an ad. So she said, well, she's not doing any of that. She just does word of mouth. And so I said, well, that's great, right? Because I am a very open-minded person. If someone says they're building their business with word of mouth, then that's fine as long as it's working for them. So next question I asked this lady was, okay, in the last month, so in 1 month, can you tell me the number of people you've opened your mouth to talk about your offer to? And guess what the answer was? The answer was zero. So she's telling herself that she's using word of mouth to build her business. And in 1 month, she hasn't even spoken to anybody about her business. So can you see how, like, when you zoom out, and this is why I always encourage people to hire coaches. Like right now, I'm working with 3 different coaches. I've hired 3 different coaches in my business for different aspects of my business. Now, the reason, like, I'm a business coach, right, but I still need somebody to guide me because I am the one running my business. And so somebody else can see my business from the outside and coach me on how to make it better. And so when this lady came on the consult call, she experienced the value of having somebody else look at her business, because obviously she would have been thinking in her head that she's making progress in her business. But then when I asked her the question, how many people have you told about your business in 1 month? And she just realized that this is not a great way to build my business. And she was frustrated that she wasn't making any sales. And yet she hasn't made any offer to anybody. So this is an example of how the law of compensation works. If she was showing up and giving value to people, she will definitely attract more money into her business. So think about for yourself, when was the last time you showed up on video to give value to somebody? You know, that's a lot to think about, right? Okay, I want to talk to you about the psychology of visibility. Have you ever noticed how you're more likely to trust a brand you see regularly? That's not by accident. Why do you think companies keep advertising and showing us their ads consistently over and over and over and over and over again? That is because of the psychology of visibility. It's called the mere exposure effect. It's a psychological phenomenon where people develop a preference for things they are exposed to frequently. When potential clients see your face, hear your voice, consume your content regularly, they start to feel like they know you. And more people buy from those people that they know, like, and trust. I'm sure you've heard that phrase, know, like, and trust. That's how you build a know, like, and trust. When people haven't seen your face on video, and then you're asking them to invest in your program for $5,000, like, it's very, very rare, I tell you. I know now the craze online is faceless reels. Have you seen those faceless reels? And people tell you you can build a business by doing faceless reels. That is absolutely possible. But to build a huge brand, to become a thought leader in your niche, you have to show up on video. Okay. Now, it's not just showing up, it's about creating familiarity, creating credibility. And like I said, research shows that people are significantly more likely to buy from somebody they've seen on video because video creates a sense of connection and trust that static content simply cannot match. So I want you to think, how can you show up online? How can you show up and connect with potential clients so that people see that you are credible? People see that you are consistent because the more they see you every single week consistently online, they are more likely to trust you, to buy your services, to pay you. And this is how you will attract more money into your business. Now, let's talk about platforms, right? How does this work? There are many platforms where you can show up and go live. I'm going to list a few of them. One is LinkedIn Live. If you have more connections on LinkedIn, that's a great platform to start going live on. The second one is Facebook Lives. So I historically I've always gone live in a Facebook group, but I'm planning to move that to my personal profile because I feel like more people would get access to my content if I did it in on my personal profile. So if you have a Facebook profile, you need to be going live on that on Facebook. It's a great resource. In fact, there was a guy, I think this was 3 weeks ago, I had a conversation with. He wanted to come in on my program. So before the consult, I went on his socials to see what he was doing online. He has over uh, 8,000 followers on Facebook, and he doesn't post on Facebook. And so I asked him, I'm like, why? Why don't you leverage the huge audience you have? I have, I think, 400 friends on Facebook, and I am using my Facebook to connect with people and sell my program. So I gave him the example to say, you need to leverage the platform you have. You've already built all of these follower list, 8,000 people. That is huge. When you use that and you go live every single week, you can build a hugely successful business just by going live on Facebook. The other platform is Instagram. You can go live on Instagram, connect to people on Instagram. The other one, which is hugely potent for attracting new clients, is podcasting. Yes, you can go be guest on other people's podcast and build your brand and become a thought leader in your niche. Okay. We can also use YouTube. Now, here's something I didn't mention. All of those Facebook lives you're going to be doing on your like Facebook Live, Instagram Live, or LinkedIn Live, you can actually repurpose that content. Yes, you can repurpose that content and post it on YouTube as a video. As you know, YouTube is a search engine. right? So you do the work one time, you record the video one time, you do a live one time, and you repurpose the content. And this is exactly what I did. Now, my podcast is about 1 year old now. And I just started because I'm like, okay, I'm going to use this as a form of personal development. I wanted something that would push me to show up live every single week. And so I started the podcast. In less than 1 year, my podcast was ranked top 2% globally. Yes, on Listen Notes. So if you go on Listen Notes and you do a Google, you search for Joyful Money, you're going to see this podcast ranked top 2% globally. So I'm just giving you this. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just trying to buttress the fact that going live works. Showing up consistently to your audience works. And like I said, you do the work one time and you keep reaping the benefits. I've had people tell me podcast episodes that did 2 to 3 years ago is still bringing in leads into their business. So if you're really, really serious about attracting money, this is the way to go. Now, I know many gurus will tell you different things about the latest strategy to build a business. But here is one strategy that never dies out. And that strategy is showing up and being visible to your potential clients. That is it. So if you truly, truly want to make success inevitable for you, you need to start considering using video, going live, going on podcasts, right? You also can do collaboration. So if you are kind of shy about going live, you can start doing collaboration with other people. So for example, on Instagram, you could collaborate with somebody else, go live together and just have a conversation with the person on Instagram live. And gradually you're going to build your muscle to go live by yourself. Okay. You also need to be very open minded about marketing. Okay. I spoke to a lady on a consult call and she told me all of these things she's done. She has a PhD. She's like she just listed all of her credentials, why she's the most valuable person in her niche, right? These were her words. And so the next thing she said was, but I don't like marketing. No, she didn't say I don't like. She said I hate marketing. And then I told her that, well, if you hate marketing, then how are you going to build a successful business? Right? Marketing is a huge part of building a successful business. Why? Well, marketing is just telling people you are open for business. That's what marketing is. Marketing is making offers. So if you tell me you want to build wealth and you say, I hate marketing, it's almost like you're shooting yourself on the foot because marketing is the way to help people know about your services. And so I told her, you need to change that thought. You need to change that thought. I hate marketing. Well, why do you need to change the thought? Well, your thought becomes things, right? And I've expanded on this podcast many times. There is a model called the thought model. The thought model says your thoughts create a feeling in your body. That feeling in your body propels you to take specific actions. Those actions ultimately determine your results. So if you think the thought, I hate marketing, what feeling does that create in your body? Well, it creates a feeling of dread. You dread marketing. And if you dread marketing, what actions do you take? Well, you don't market your business. And then when you don't market your business, what results do you create? The results you create is zero money, zero, zero in your business account. So that's an example of how that thought has kept that lady stuck. Now, what if you change the thought and you say, well, I'm learning to love marketing, which was a thought I started with. Now I just tell myself I absolutely love marketing because I know marketing brings in money into my business. So if you think the thought, I am learning to love marketing, then that's more open-minded. You're learning to love marketing and you want to love marketing because you know marketing will bring in sales into your business. So I want you to think about the thoughts you're choosing to think. And I told the lady on the call, I said, your thoughts are optional. You're choosing to think that thought, and that thought is keeping you stuck. Now, about attracting money into your business, one thing I want you to remember is you need to be consistent. Consistency builds credibility. Now, remember, I told you I started this podcast about a year ago. It was in November 2023. I have shown up every single week. In fact, when I started, I was doing 2 podcasts per week. Yes, I was doing 2 podcasts per week, every single week. So if you're truly serious about building wealth and attracting money into your life and into your business, you have to be consistent with being visible. It's not just you do on Facebook Live and then that's it. No, you have to build your muscle. You have to be consistent every single week. Every single week, you show up and you give value. Now, here's how to make visibility consistent. Now, people ask me, well, how does this work? What are the steps? Well, you show up, you give value, and then you make an offer. That's it. Those are the 3 things you need to do every single week. You show up, you give value, and then you make an offer. The offer is inviting people to come work with you. Now, people tell me, oh gosh, I am so frightened of going live. I feel like people are going to judge me online. Well, if you know me, you know my story. English is not my first language. I started learning to speak English at age 25. So I have a lot of I had a lot of limiting beliefs about my voice, how I speak, my accent, and all of those things. I had to work through all of those limiting beliefs. And one of the ways I work through all of those limiting beliefs is telling myself that someone is waiting for me to serve them. So I drop into service. Service. Instead of being conscious of what people around me will think about me, I think about the one person that needs to hear my message that day. Who is it that is struggling in their business? Who is it that is struggling to attract money in their business? I think about that person. And then when I think of serving that person, I let go of my insecurities. I'm no longer focused on myself. I'm just focused on that person because I want to serve. So that's my tip for you as you take my advice for this week and you start going live. You're going to start thinking about the person that needs to hear your message. And here's the thing. There are people that only you can help. There are people that will only gravitate towards you because you are unique. There is no 2 people like you on earth, just you. And because it's just you, when you marry your unique experiences and skills, then you can see that your value is so high because there are people that only you can serve. Here's an example. Tony Robbins can serve the people he serves, right? So Tony Robbins is a personal development coach, a mindset coach, a business coach, all of those things. But there are people who are also mindset coaches, business coaches, who can only serve a specific group of people because those specific group of people gravitate towards them, right? So I'm just giving you this example to say that it doesn't matter what your niche is, whether you're a health coach, a business coach, any type of coach, any type of service provider, your brain, when I say your brain, I'm saying the human brain, will try to come up with excuses why you should stay small, why you should keep your voice down, why you shouldn't be visible online. Your brain will say, oh, there are so many people doing this already. I don't want you to allow your brain to do that. So I want you to tell your brain, I am unique. I have a unique set of skills. I have a unique set of experiences that only me can help these people. So always think about that when you are thinking of going live and your brain is coming up with different excuses on why you shouldn't. So you show up, you teach a content. So obviously, this is something you are passionate about because for you to have chosen the niche you've chosen, it's because you're passionate about that niche. So when you show up and you teach a content from that niche, then you drop into service, right? So you're going to show up online for your Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live, any of the platforms. It doesn't matter the platform, YouTube Live as well. You just come, teach a content, then you make an offer. You make an offer for people to work with you. And if you watch my podcast on YouTube, this is exactly what I do. I show up, I give value, I teach, and then I invite people to come work with me. That's all you need to do. And here's the thing, like I said, you do the work one time and people keep finding you. Episodes I recorded months and months ago, people watch, listen, and message me. Okay, so you do the Facebook Live one time and people keep finding your content and then reaching out to you. That's like an evergreen source of leads into your business, right? So, for example, if you were running Facebook ads, it's just the one time. If you stop the ads and you turn off the ads, that's it. No one can find you anymore if you stop paying Facebook. But with this type of content on YouTube, it's free, right? People keep finding my videos on YouTube and reaching out to me from there. So I want you to strongly think about adding this type of organic strategy into your business. Like the reward far outweighs the cost of getting started. Now, apart from, I already talked about going on podcasts, right? One thing you need to bear in mind is you need to have a way to nurture your leads. So the way I teach my clients in my Joyful Money program is you go on podcasts, you obviously give value, then you give something for free in exchange for people's email address. This is called a lead magnet. It's a freebie. And this is how you get people into your email list. Okay? But getting people into your email list is just the beginning. You need to create a nurture sequence that will nurture those people on your email list for them to become paid clients. Okay, so you need to have that in place first before you start guesting on other people's podcasts, because you need a way for people to come into your world and start experiencing your magic, because there's magic that only you can give. So I'm going to summarize the practical steps. One, you go live weekly. Pick a platform, whether Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. Pick a platform and just prepare an outline for your live and then go live. Step number 2 is to repurpose your content. So after going live, I suggest you upload on YouTube so that it's on YouTube forever and people can keep finding you. Not only that, you can then repurpose that same content into social media posts. Okay, there are AI tools out there that will take a long form content, a full 1 hour YouTube video, and chop it into 20 to 25 social media posts like reels. So it will cut the video into short clips, like 1 minute or 90-second clips, and then you can upload that into Instagram, YouTube Shorts, TikTok if you use TikTok. Like, it's just genius. You don't need to do any editing. These tools will chop off the videos for you and just give you the short form content. Like, I love this so much. Next thing you need to do is to engage daily. The people who make money are the people who are having conversations. So you need to start having conversations with the people inside of your current network, Instagram, Facebook. Start having genuine conversations with them. Okay, I'm not asking you to spam people, no. I'm saying start having genuine conversations with them. And then the last bit is to make this a habit. This isn't something you're going to do one time and then just say, oh gosh, I'm done. No, you have to build this as a habit, showing up, giving value, making offers. When you do this, I promise you, you make it inevitable to succeed. Statistically, you will succeed, guaranteed. Like I haven't seen anybody this hasn't worked for. If you are ready to start attracting money into your business in a guaranteed way, and you want to be more visible, you want to build your thought leadership, you want to build your brand, then my Joyful Money program is exactly what you need, because I work with you to build all of these things I've told you. I'm going to teach you how to get on podcast every single week, how to tell your story in a compelling way, how to make offers, how to create a very, very valuable lead magnet that will get people into your email list, and then how to nurture those people on your email list. Everything I'm going to map out for you and work with you to implement. Because, like I said, it's not just about getting the information. The people who attract money are the people who take action. So, if you are passionate like I am and you're heart centered, you want to make an impact in the world, you need to jump on my calendar for me to show you how Joyful Money can help you get to the next level, how you can start attracting money. In fact, I actually uploaded a video from one of my clients, Amy. Her name is Amy Scott, and I'm gonna link. I'm gonna add the link here in the show notes. She's a weight loss coach. She's an amazing weight loss coach. She gets people results. I think she's lost over about 100 pounds herself, and so I started working with her, and I've shown her how to get on podcast every single week, right? Like I said, people need to hear your voice. People need to see you every single week to attract people into your business. Not only that, I showed her how to structure her cash flow to focus on profits first. Now, if you've been studying the law of attraction, you know that what you focus on expands. So, if your goal is to have more profits in your business, you have to start focusing on profits. So, I gave her a cash management tool that will help her focus on profits so that she starts bringing in more profits into her business.
I'm Amy Scott. I'm a weight loss and mindset coach. I am the founder of the Lose It Forever weight loss program. And I just started working with Joy. She's amazing. One of the things I learned just already is how profit affects my bottom line, how to sort of organize some things in my business so that I can see where the profit is going, where the expenses are going. It gives me so much peace and calmness to see that it's all broken up into separate categories and how I can easily track it. And she's given me a resource to be able to do that. The other piece that is really important for me is visibility and trying to help people to see me and to hear my voice and to let them know how passionate I am about helping women lose their weight forever. And I love the idea of being on a podcast, but I never knew how to do this. So Joy has explained to me some very simple steps in order to take those first steps to make that happen. One is using a resource online that helps me to whittle down that overwhelming giant amount of podcasts to choose from to make it specific into my area and something and podcasts that will be applicable to me and very make it more fun for me to work with them. That makes it more doable, more appropriate instead of just starting from scratch, which is as of right now, that's what I was thinking. So this feels amazing. The other thing that I learned too is that there's a way to interact online. There are some online resources for getting being a guest on a podcast, and I'm super thrilled about trying some of those as well. And it seems like simple and doable. And she's also provided some resources, which I'm going to be able to continue to use as ongoing. And it's not just this one-time thing. It's going to be affecting my business life for the long term. I'm so grateful.
I cannot wait to have you in the Joyful Money program to take this to the next level. You can send me a DM. I'm gonna also add all of the links for you to book a consult with me and all of my social media links if you need to connect with me on social media. It's Joy Roland. Just do a Google search, Joy Roland, you see all of my details come up. I am so excited. Now, I want to say Merry Christmas. At the time of recording, this is the 8th of December, and I feel like officially we can start saying Merry Christmas. And I am so excited for all of the successes you will create in 2025. Like I've told many of my clients, I've told many people on my social media, 2025 will be exactly what 2024 is for you unless you change. Okay? It's not going to be any different unless you take action and do things differently. And One of the ways you can start doing things differently is to be more visible in 2025 and is to land weekly podcast guest appearances, to leverage other people's audiences, to build your know, like, and trust factor. I'm so excited for you. I wish you a fantastic rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And I cannot wait to have you inside of Joyful Money. Bye for now. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to subscribe so you never miss an update. Let's continue this journey of growth and success together. Don't forget to connect with me on social media for more tips and inspiration. And remember, your ambitions are valid, your potential is limitless, and you deserve a business that brings you both joy and fulfillment. Until next time, keep taking action, be joyful, and you will create success beyond your wildest dreams. Sending you lots of love, peace, joy, and light. Bye for now.